Vic Mornington. How you doing, everybody? Oh, hold on. Need to click that so I don't lag as much. There we go. So, I said in the little reintroduction of this channel, well, the re-introduction to be technical, that there's going to be a little bit of a break of about a week and a half. But then I remembered, hold on, Vic, there's a place on the list that you generally tend to go to semi-regularly, and that's where we are right now. We're in Muddy's Music Cafe, which is probably going to be a very recognisable name to most of the people watching this video. Muddy's Music Cafe's been on the go for way longer than a decade now. In fact, I think they celebrated their 12th or 13th or something anniversary not too long ago, and we're actually standing inside it right now. So let's basically have a look around. But what we're going to do, by the way, I'm using the 3D Space Navigator mouse, and if this gets a little bit choppy, it's because I'm still not used to using this, because I've had it for like a year and a half and I never really used it that much. But when you first teleport into Muddy's Music Cafe, you're going to land right here, roughly speaking. And this way round, if we point over here, lag spike because the trees are rezzing, that's the cafe. But what we're going to do first of all is we're going to head the opposite way. We're going to head to the Plaza first, have a look around the entire sim, and then to wrap up the video we'll actually head into the club itself. So this is the main Plaza, and it's basically a mini shopping centre. Starting off on the right hand side and working anti-clockwise, we've got Ardent Poses. They do poses, strangely enough. Kind of clues in the name, Vic, you idiot. Over here, oh hold on, this is new. Who's this? Warhorse. Who's this? Oh, it's furniture. Hold on, I'm doing a bit of window shopping here, don't mind me. Talk amongst yourselves. This looks very Victorian. Very Victorian and steampunk. I might pay these guys a visit later on. For the people that don't know, I'm still running Brunel Hall, which is a Victorian / steampunk hotel, and a lot of this furniture would fit very well. What's upstairs? Oh, look at that. This has turned into a shopping video. Look. Textures aren't loading, but it's a busy club. Look at that. Yeah, I'm visiting in here later on. I might even visit their main shop, actually. So, Warhorse, this is new. I don't remember this being here the last time I cammed around the Plaza. Next door to Warhorse, we have a for rent. So this one's empty. If you've got a business, here's your chance to move into Muddy's Music Cafe Plaza. Very high traffic in this place. This should be R&R swag, yeah, it is. They're a staple here. They do a lot of country western, and they've got a few 60s outfits in there as well, from what I remember. Next door to them is another staple of the Plaza, Hartsdale Jewellery. I don't know anything about them because I don't wear any jewellery. Oh, this is new. Who's this? If the texture ever loads. Cyanus Gallery. It must be an art gallery installation. But the looks of it, they haven't finished yet. There's a load of bare prims in there. Next door to them should be Blue Moon Weddings. Yep, it is Blue Moon. And then next door to them is, yeah, more about these when we head into the club. This is the Charlie's Angels. And they are a group of 3 friends. Here they are here with the famous Charlie. This is actually new as well. I don't remember this being here the last time. Oh, everything's changing here. But yeah, you can tell by the pose. The famous Charlie's Angels pose. They are not a professional dance group. They say that in their profiles because I've read them. They're just a group of friends. 3 friends that like to dance away and do a lot of shopping. However, the reason I know these people is because upstairs we've got this. Head upstairs for info on Brunel Hall, and anyone who knows me knows what Brunel Hall is. I struck a deal with the Angels because the rent for these shops was a little bit too pricey for them alone. So I said, tell you what ladies, you take downstairs, I take upstairs, and we'll split the cost in half. And that's exactly what we've done. So upstairs, we've got a little bit of New Babbage, the New Babbage tourist information stuff going on here. Little bit of information about Brunel Hall, which is my place at the very end. Don't run into the picture, Vic. There we go. There's Brunel Hall. And that way it splits the cost between us. So yeah, Charlie's Angels, downstairs. They've got a TARDIS down here. Seriously? What the... Is this an active TARDIS? Hold on. don't tell Leah that she's going to see anyway, she'll end up watching the video. Is it an active TARDIS? Oh, right, they've killed the scripts, but there's a question mark in there. I have the UI off currently, but I'm guessing if you click on that, something happens. Maybe I shouldn't have given that away. Sorry, Leah. Leah's the redhead, by the way. She'll kill me for coming into that TARDIS later on. Anyway, that's the Plaza. Over on the other side of the wall here, if we head round here and swing round, if you are of the Christian faith, they also have a Bible study and Bible fellowship group, and I think it's every Sunday. See, I'm not here that much in the weekends. It's usually during the week I'm here. I think it's Sunday mid-afternoon, Second Life time. They have prayer meetings inside here, which is the Bible fellowship place. They've got a big screen Second Life TV at the end there, where they usually show some of the United States based pastors, I think they're called over there. They're not priests. I think they're called pastors over there. It's just Christian. It's not Roman Catholic, so it's Christian based. So there we go. You've got that there, which is the meeting place for the Bible fellowship. If we spin the camera around, head over the other wall, we have got the special event area. Now, the last time I seen this getting used was during Labour Day. I think it was the Labour Day celebrations. What generally tends to happen if there's a special celebration going on, like, for instance, Labour Day or Independence Day in the United States, Easter, Christmas, that kind of thing, they usually have the main event outside, away from the inside confinement of the club. So you'll see this place here that we're at right now, you'll see this place empty most of the time unless there's a special event going on, and that's the stage up there where the DJ and the host goes. If we spin the camera around, raise the camera up, I am starting to actually get used to this 3D Connections mouse again. Starting to get used to it. If we head over the roof through the tree, Vic, you idiot. Right, over the roof. Okay, I've never noticed that before. Why is there a chair and table on the roof of the club? I've never even noticed that before. Anyway, past the roof, we have got the place that I remember quite fondly. This is the original Muddy's Music Cafe, and it's been kept here as a bit of history. Way back, we must be talking about a decade ago now at least. Just when I was beginning to get into the whole steampunk thing, I was basically camped out here for most of the day. And this is the original club, and as you can see, the main reason they stopped using it, it's the size of a shoebox. That's basically why they stopped using it. They had to get a bigger club. So we've had a look at the outside. Let's spin the camera around and head back to the landing point, which is over here somewhere. Where's the landing point? It's not where the bridge is. It is right here. So when you first teleport in, you'll be teleporting in right here. And heading into the club is easy. You just take the long walk. By the way, here's a hint. When you teleport in, wait a couple of minutes to res everything first before blundering into the entrance and running everyone over. That's a pet peeve of mine about this place. Anyway. Past all the chairs, through the main entrance, and we're in to the main club itself. Lag spike as everyone reses. Here we are. What is going on here? Hold on. I get sidetracked a lot. Somebody is in a very hippie mood. Looks like he's just got off the bus at Woodstock. This is probably why. Because the triplets are in their 60s outfits. More about them later on. But this is the main club, folks. I am currently recording this. Is it safe for me to do this, actually? Control-Alt F1. I didn't crash. Currently recording this at 5:36 in the morning Second Life time, which is 1:36 in the afternoon UK time, which is way past off what you're probably talking about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the evening New Zealand Australian time. So this is nowhere near peak time for any of the Western Hemisphere countries, and for Australia and for Europe. And if we look at the world map again, we're off peak time, right? Look at the world map. There's 33 people here, folks. I'm just going to come out and say this. You will be very hard pressed. Lag spike because people are walking in. You will be very hard pressed to come across a club which can honestly say, on off-peak hours, that's off-peak US, off-peak UK and Europe, and going into off-peak Australia and New Zealand, that they manage to hold over 30 people consistently in their club. This is one of the reasons Muddies is so popular. And one of the major reasons, it's like, why am I getting a lag spike? That's because of that. See these particle effects? They don't get on well with this updated Firestorm viewer, but one of the main reasons is because of what's going on over here. So this is the main stage of Muddy's Music Cafe. If we go past the Angels here, this is the main stage of Muddy's Music Cafe. They have basically 24/7 DJ coverage. So the DJs here talk, and I can get away with saying this because I've been a Second Life DJ for the better part of a decade now. Over in New Babbage, the reason I don't do places like Muddy's is because to me, music died after 1999. So I don't play anything modern. It's all like rock and roll 50s, 60s era, a little bit of disco. I kind of skip most of the 70s because, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of disco. And then 80s and 90s. I don't play anything new. This is why I don't work at Muddy's. But most clubs do have regular DJs that are on their roster and are in their staff. But if you spend a bit of time in some of these smaller clubs, you'll notice a pattern starting to happen. Some of the DJs talk, but some of them don't. And the ones that don't talk, for all intents and purposes, they could just press play on Sam Broadcaster and walk away for 2 hours and let the tips roll in. Muddy's is one of the very, very few, it's literally less than a handful of them left, that have got basically full 24/7 DJ coverage. But every single one of the DJs are live, and more importantly, they talk. They take requests, they welcome people in, although that's the job of the host most of the time, but they take requests, they do a bit of adverts for the little boards that you're seeing up above the host that's dancing on the left-hand side. That's all the sponsors of Muddy's Music Cafe. And this is one of the few places left that have got a full roster of DJs that actually still act like DJs that we remember from the old days of BBC Radio 1 here in the UK. Or more important, or more closer to BBC Radio 2, to be perfectly honest, because of the genres of music that's playing here. And this is probably one of the main reasons that Muddy's Music Cafe at stupid o'clock in the morning Second Life time and almost 2 in the afternoon UK time is as busy as this. Not a lot of clubs can say that, folks. Oh, what am I doing with this camera? Seriously. There we go. Not a lot of clubs can say that, folks. Have DJs on at off-peak hours, both in the US, the UK, Europe, and going out of off-peak hours in Australia, and still have enough people in the club to keep that club vibe going. Yeah. Anyway, I mentioned these three earlier on. I'm in trouble with these three anyway because of camming inside the police box, but I'm gonna be even in more trouble. Wow, that texture's not loading for Leah, and Fenny's tattoo's not loading either. I'm gonna be in even more trouble. These three basically live here, right? I'm gonna say it now. Any time I've came here, these three have been dancing in front of the DJ. So I wonder if Bridget's charging them rent for dancing. Anyway. Bridget, if you're watching this, seriously, they basically made this place their house. Next thing they're going to do is they're going to start moving in and raising furniture all over the place. Once that starts, you better start charging them rent. I am seriously going to be slapped with Leah the next time she sees me. This is the Charlie's Angels, and they do a thing with changing clothes. Now, I don't know how the hell they do this, but they do a thing with changing clothes while dancing without taking the previous clothes off. The last time I tried to change my clothes in here, I got naked by mistake, panicked and logged out. By the way, Muddy's Music Cafe is strict PG, right? So no bits showing. So I just immediately hit the X when I seen my clothes disappear and I panicked. So I don't know how these three managed to change their clothes while dancing in a PG club. It's probably some special magic trick they've come up with. Anyway, that's the Angels. They're here basically all the time. They're part of the furniture now, and this is the main dance floor here. Up the stairs, we have the mezzanine. No, it's not a mezzanine. It doesn't wrap all the way around, so it's a terrace. Yeah, they've got the main terrace up here. It's a little bit quieter up here for, you know, bit of peace and quiet away from the crowds down below. Back downstairs, we have the outside terrace where a lot of, in fact, there's a couple dancing right there. But we've got the outside terrace where a lot of couples hang out because it's much more quieter here. And at the back, we've got every Scotsman's favourite area of a pub. We've got the bar. If I'm not standing over there next to the entrance, I'm usually sitting here getting fake drunk with the fake alcohol that the bar actually sells. Well, not sells, gives away. But that's it, folks. That is Muddy's Music Cafe. It is PG, family friendly. If there's any problems that happens inside the club, the host and the DJ are very, very quick to stamp it out. So what you're basically looking at is a family friendly club. That's essentially what you're looking at. I'm not here that much during the weekend, but I know during the weekend it gets insanely busy in this place. You're talking 60, 70 people. Sometimes on a Sunday, you're looking at 70, 80, even 90 people crammed into the sim. And the music that they play is basically pop to soft rock, 70s up to current day music. Yeah, and it's just an all-round damn good place to go to if you're looking for a place to basically stand around, chill out, have a bit of fun and local chat, and basically relax. Because that's what Muddy's is all about. It's all about relaxing. So let's drop the camera down, spin this round. I am still getting used to this 3D connection mouse. Here we go. And there we go, folks. That was a very, very quick look at Muddy's Music Cafe. Honestly, I'll start to get used to this 3D Connections mouse in the future. I've had the thing for about 2 years now, but I've never really used it that much. But now that I've started redoing or doing the videos on the Vic Mornington channel again, I'm going to have to get used to using this mouse. Anyway, that is it for me, folks, as always. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and hit subscribe on the channel if you want to keep ahead of any future videos on the channel. Have a good one.